Do you own your time, or does your time own you? Welcome, my friend. Today, let us talk about time, something we all seem to never have enough of. We live in an age where time is constantly slipping away, where we are always rushing, always busy. But here's a question I invite you to consider. How can we master time, instead of letting time master us? You see, time is one of our most precious resources, yet it is also the one we take for granted the most. From the moment we wake up until we close our eyes at night, the minutes and hours pass by like the wind. And often, we find ourselves at the end of the day wondering, where did all my time go? When I first became a monk, I too struggled with this. In the early days of my practice, I would sit in meditation, and my mind would race, filled with thoughts of all the things I needed to do. It was only when my master asked me a simple but profound question that I began to understand the true nature of time. He said, "Do you own your time, or does your time own you?" This question stayed with me, and in the silence of meditation, I began to realize that productivity is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters, with focus and intention. So, what is the best way to limit your time and be productive? The answer is simple, yet often overlooked. Priorities. Focus on what truly matters. You see, not everything demands your attention. Not every task is urgent. When we fill our days with distractions, we lose sight of what is important. Productivity is not about the quantity of tasks you complete. It's about the quality of your focus on the things that align with your purpose. One of the practices that has helped me, and many others, is the art of mindfulness. Before you begin any task, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, what is my intention? Is this task aligned with my greater purpose? When you bring mindfulness into your work, you transform simple tasks into meaningful actions. Each moment becomes a step toward your goals, rather than just another item on a to-do list. Another important lesson is the power of boundaries. We live in a world that constantly demands more of our time. Emails, notifications, endless distractions. But here's the truth. If you don't set boundaries around your time, others will. It is not selfish to say no to things that drain your energy. In fact, it is an act of self-care. The more you protect your time, the more productive you will be, because you are choosing to focus on what truly matters. Think of your time like a garden. If you plant too many seeds and water them all without care, none of them will grow well. But if you focus on nurturing just a few, they will thrive. The same is true for your daily tasks. By limiting your focus to what is essential, you allow those tasks to flourish. Let me share a final story with you. There was once a wise teacher who asked his students to fill a jar with rocks. He gave them large stones, small pebbles, and sand. The students began with the sand and pebbles, and when they tried to place the larger stones in, they couldn't fit. The teacher then showed them the right way. He placed the large stones first, then the pebbles, and finally the sand. Everything fits perfectly. The lesson: in life, the large stones represent your most important tasks, your purpose, your goals, your relationships. These must come first. The pebbles are secondary tasks, and the sand is a little distraction. If you fill your jar with sand and pebbles first, there will be no room for what truly matters. But when you start with the big stones, everything else will fall into place. So, what are the large stones in your life? What matters most to you? When you know this, time no longer controls you. You control your time. You live with purpose, intention, and clarity. Remember, productivity is not a race to get more done. It is a mindful journey toward doing what matters most. Set your priorities, protect your time, and live with intention. In this way, you will find peace and purpose in everything you do.